Anyway, guys, welcome to Jurassic Room. Now, first Jurassic chat I've done in a long time, and I was gonna save the toys for a toy talk, because Marvel Legends and some Star Wars stuff's coming up. But I'll just say that for another time. We'll talk all about Jurassic because there's only a little bit of other news from Jurassic in the past little while. So we're gonna get into the movie news first and all that, outside of toys, and then talk about toys, because really the toy talks are, the toy info is really what we get most reoccurring until, at least the end of, or beginning of 2020, something like that, end of 2019, any movie news really to come along. So anyway, well, the first thing up on the chopping block is that Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is getting sued. It was rumored, but now it is. But apparently, and I've got it right here from Cinema Land, where we'll read it off. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom may be getting a hit with a $10 million lawsuit, which has already happened, and it's, filed, and there's no new info on it, so this is how it stands as of right now. But we'll skip all that. Frederick Zacchio of the Dinosaur Project claims that Universal and Amblin Entertainment breached a contract made with him through their use of the slogan "Save the Dinos" on merchandise. As a result, Frederick Zacchio has filed a $10 million lawsuit for trademark infringement, breach of contract, and unfair competition. Now listen, I get, unless it's the logo and all that, I agree that, you need to keep your stuff, like Jurassic Room. Jurassic Room would, once I do that, would fall under copyright and all that, but, something that's unless they asked, I think he had this going long before that. And of course, Save the Dinos makes sense for the movie. I mean, what other kind of slogan would you have? I don't know. It's just when you start copywriting words, it's, it's kind of like the whole Fine Bros reaction thing that happened a couple of years ago. It starts to murky the waters in terms of, do I really care that what you're getting when it's really just a little slogan that really does not even, should be entitled to you, in my opinion. That's how I look at it. Now, if it was his design, his graphic design, his slogan and all that, then I would be more entitled, or he'd be more entitled in my opinion, so we'll just go on. According to the complaint as reported by The Blast, Frederick Zacchio of the Dinosaur Project was contacted by attorneys for Universal and Amblin Entertainment in the summer of 2017, seeking his consent to use the trademarked slogan "Save the Dinos." So, yeah, he's already trademarked it, and Universal wants to use it for the movie, of course, because, saving the dinosaurs, the DPG and all that, and that makes sense, and that's kind of where I kind of lean with that, is that it's words, and kind of gets in that place to where, I don't like when it comes to a point where people just start trademarking words and making money off that, kind of like how the birthday song went along, and I believe they actually, went back on that, and now it is legal. And they had to refund the money or something like that. I gotta look at that again. But apparently, they had entitlement to the song itself and not the lyrics. So, they basically copyrighted people, and, people had to pay them, how much to have it in movies and whatnot. So, kind of like that. A deal was struck for $50,000 under which Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom could use the phrase to promote the film in advertising, but the phrase was not to be used to sell clothing or to promote any competing charities having to do with animal rights, endangered species, or environmental causes. Any merchandise that used the slogan was to always include Jurassic Park/Jurassic World franchise branding. And also $50,000. This dude got $50,000 for that little term. Jeez. The terms were seemingly to prevent the film and its massive advertising campaign from interfering with or being associated with his own project and its efforts to save endangered species. The Save the Dinos slogan was used in the viral marketing for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in the series of videos that showed Bryce Dallas Howard's Claire Dearing as the founder of the Dinosaur Protection Group. The DPG was trying to save the dinosaurs on Isla Nublar from extinction due to the active volcano Mount Sibo. It seems that marketing was what the deal was struck for. However, Frederick Zacchio claims that the producers breached the deal by selling clothing like shirts and socks and use of the slogan without clear Jurassic World branding. That makes them look very much like the clothing items he sells on SaveTheDinos.org. Okay, so if they're using his similar thing in font and whatnot, okay, now I can see that, but the words themselves, Save the Dinos, is something I can't get behind. So basically people were buying clothes that said Save the Dinos and didn't really have franchise branding on them, and instead of proceeds going to the endangered species efforts on Frederick Secua's website, they were going to the film's coffers. Okay, or coffers. Okay, I do get that. So he is trying to save endangered species by using the slogan, but at the same time it's still words, and it's starting to murky up a little bit for me now. Endangered species, promoting a movie, so the idea of extinction, endangered species, and what responsibility we bear for the other creatures on this earth factored heavily into Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, although Save the Dinos is a message that's not hard to get behind. But it seems that the way it was used and associated with the film is the matter of contention. Okay, yeah, they were using it to make money, yeah. Ultimately, the dinosaurs were saved in Fallen Kingdom and are now in the wild, roaming free, making Earth itself a Jurassic World. We'll see the effects of that in Jurassic World 3 arriving in 2021. For movies coming to theaters a little bit sooner, check out our 2019 release schedule. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for that. So we'll see how that goes in the coming days. Other than that, we also have the Jurassic World Alive Halloween thing, which I believe is gone by now. Should have worked on that earlier, but basically it was where I forget what it's really lays down to, but essentially it's kind of a deal for Halloween, and you know, you go through the stuff, you get a special Halloween scents or something like that that helps with dinosaurs, and a couple of the rarely scary dinosaurs like Velociraptor, Indoraptor, Indominus Rex, and T-Rex I guess become I gotta read up on that really quick, but anyway, that happened. So next Jurassic World toy photos. Oh, yeah, that coming. Toy photos. I must be thinking of something else. Toy photos. Also, really quick, a slight little bit of, little news. Jay Abiona has announced that he will not be heavily involved with Jurassic World 3, or involved, period. So, that's kind of interesting, because I really want to see how his vision could have helped the franchise moving forward, adding, his kind of horror elements. But at the same time, I think that, when you take it out of a castle-like theme, like Fallen Kingdom did, and bring it into the real world, I think Colin Trevorrow has it down pat for what he can do with the third movie. And I think he'll do a good job with the third movie. So we'll have to see about that. And the fourth, well, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So, the fourth bit of news, yeah. Anyway, it seems that Universal is getting more pumped up. I think it's in the Islands of Adventure Universal ride, or it could be the Hollywood theme attraction. I think it's the Hollywood theme attraction for the Jurassic World theme ride. But essentially, we have some leaked talks and some images of what they're planning to do with the new ride, and essentially it will involve the gyrospheres, which we've kind of already guessed. Universal's been wanting to put them in for a while, and they're the gyrospheres are very popular, probably up in the top 5 most popular vehicles known to the franchise now, because it's so unique. So yeah, they're going to be trying to add something like that, and it kind of looks like how they filmed the Franklin and Claire going off the cliff scene in Fallen Kingdom, but essentially it's like that. It's on a track to where you can't really see everything, and it moves like the gyrosphere, and it has wind gusts in it to make you feel like you're going faster than more momentum. But essentially, it's a gyrosphere themed ride. We don't know if it's going to be more of a sightseeing ride, or if it's going to be more action theme oriented, or both, similar to the original Jurassic Park ride, in which you start off as a regular dinosaur tour and it progresses into the theme park ride that it was. So anyway, that's the fourth and final bit of announcements. And now, it's late, it's 10 o'clock, and I gotta go to work tomorrow. I work at a peanut processing plant now. But anyway, so let's talk about toys. I'm going to be looking at my list for a lot of this one. So, I'll try to stay over here so I can read this out. So, it's a big list of dinosaurs coming to you in 2019. Some are already confirmed, and some are been speculated, but essentially it's going to go through them, and some of them we don't have pictures for, some we do, but I put it in AP for attack pack, BD for battle damage, SS for savage strike, DA for dual attack, MDA for mega dual attack, LBD for large battle damage, and then there's colossal and extra large. And these are the various sets they'll be coming out with. But essentially, the Dino Rivals sets and toys are essentially repaints or reissues of the the dinosaurs we already know, but they're just shoveling out more, you know what I mean? And they've got more of a brand behind them. But anyway, let's get on with this. Dino Rivals will include a new repaint of the Stegosaurus, which has the more beige, a little bit of a tan on the side stripe, and then green sails. And to be honest, I'm not really a big fan of it, because I've seen it in the box as well as the proto images or pre-images, and it doesn't look that great to me, to be honest. We'll have to see it in real life. I prefer the original look to the toy. I do wish that, rather than the kind of lighter blue, they would go with a darker green, and lighter green, and the red on the sails, like how they look in the Lost World and in Jurassic World. Because in Jurassic World, some of them have a more lighter green, but when you go to when you look back at Jurassic World, like when you're looking at them in the Cretaceous cruise area, they have a wet, like a wet-looking green and red in the sails and all that. And I always like that look because it looked like the Lost World. So I personally want them to make a figure that looks more like that, rather so. But I still like the original Stegosaurus compared to this one. But we'll have to see in real life. Next is a Suchomimus. And I don't believe the Suchomimus had the same action feature, but in this version it's brown and it has a tail slashing feature. So let's see about that. The Suchomimus, it looks really cool. I haven't seen the original version yet in stores. I really want to see it though. But the brown version, I'm not really sold on the brown version. But yet, then again, I'm not really sold on the color scheme of the original Suchomimus. I wish they would have went, for something more like Jurassic Evolution or the concept art from Jurassic World website, where it's blue with the dots of yellow. And I thought that was a really cool look. And scrap that kind of weird looking sail on the back, because then it looks kind of like a sea monster and cartoony, and I didn't really like that compared to all the other dinosaurs that look remotely real. The Suchomimus just always feels really cartoony to me, so that's kind of disappointing. And the brown color scheme doesn't really help that much. Anyway, next we are going to get a blue figure. These are all part of the Dino Rivals set. Dimetrodon, let me make sure that, Dimetrodon, we're getting a new Dimetrodon figure, and the original version, which is part of the Destructosaur set, which is starting to hit stores, I believe, which is right here. You can see it's red, but it comes with a little Compsognathus. This new version is more akin to the taxidermy version we see in the Lockwood Manor in the film. It's more of a blue-green with the red sails, the red sail. So it looks pretty cool, and I think I like this version more than the red version. So let's see how it looks in the box in real life. Next is something I'm really excited for. It is the Savage Strike Styracosaurus. Now, all these toys have basically been shown real quick on the Mattel toy app, and I'll probably do a quick run through of all of them at the end of this when I'm showing them, but right now I'm just going to show you the toy images themselves. But essentially, Styracosaurus is a really cool one. It's got a dark green color, and I love Styracosaurus, and I cannot wait. I think we're getting a lot of really cool Ceratopsids. We got Sinoceratops, even though they should have just kept Pachyrhinosaurus and given it a different paint job and given us a really good Sinoceratops. Maybe they'll redo the Sinoceratops for Dino Rivals and we'll get that version. But essentially, it's Pachyrhinosaurus with the Sinoceratops name. Then Triceratops, we're getting Pseudoceratops, which is also on this list I'll show you. Styracosaurus, we got Protoceratops. So 5 thus far, and I believe another one, I can't remember though. But we'll move on. Styracosaurus though is really cool. It's got an action feature for its tail and its head to go side to side. Next is a Savage Strike Tapaguara, also known as Tupandactylus. But Tapaguara is really cool. We have had this figure before. I believe it was I think it was the original Jurassic Park line that had it, but Tapaguara has sail or a crest going beneath the bottom beak and on the top beak. You might have seen it from Walking with Dinosaurs, the episode with the Ornithocheirus. But Tupaguara has got its new toy in the new Jurassic World set, and it looks really, really cool. And it has, of course, the wing action. Next is Draco Rex, and it has two different variants. You got the attack pack version, and I believe the dual attack, whichever one which includes a vehicle. We're gonna get the, attack pack, which is the regular color, and it's more of an orange color. And it looks very much like the default version that you get in Jurassic World Evolution, which it is in that game. And it's a really cool dinosaur in that game as well. And this other version, I believe, is the dual attack, which has a white version with the black markings, with an Owen Grady figure and a Jeep. That's what it comes with. Although I have to say, I'm kind of wishing they would stop doing so many Owen Gradys and all that, because it kind of is flooding the market with Owen Grady figures, and we could get the mercenaries or other characters that I think would better suit. You get a whole band of different mercenaries to add to your collection rather than 10 to 20 Owen Gradys. You know what I mean? Next is something awesome, and it is the Battle Damage Plesiosaurus. So originally, Jurassic World Fandom talked about this before on his page. He's kind of drifted off. I haven't really heard from him lately. I talked to him about the live stream. Hasn't gotten back to me yet. But he's kind of fallen off the face of the earth for a little while, so I'm hoping he's alright. But he talked about this figure before, about the Plesiosaurus and the Therizinosaurus being scrapped dinosaurs, or scrapped creatures. But apparently they brought the Plesiosaurus back, and it looks really great. It's got a really cool black and white coloring to it, and it kind of reminds me of the female raptor from Jurassic Park 3. So it looks like that, and it's a really cool figure, and I'm so hyped to get another marine reptile figure. So it's really cool. Let me think real quick. But as for that Therizinosaurus figure, it could be the one unannounced dinosaur we haven't heard of yet for 2019. It could be, but I'm not sure yet, because I haven't really heard much of that figure, and it was supposed to be one of the ones that were scrapped. So I really hope that it will make its appearance sometime. But yes, Plesiosaurus. We are getting a new battle damaged Pteranodon, which kind of has the same look as the Jurassic Park 3 version of the Pteranodon. So nothing really too much. It has some permanent battle damage, which does not sound that cool, but we got that. We are getting an attack pack Coelurus, so that's pretty cool. I forget, and Clayton's talked about it before, but I keep forgetting where Coelurus has come into the franchise at some point. And I know it's coming at some point, but I can't remember. And it looks somewhat like the Proceratosaurus figure, but it looks really cool. It's got a really nice scaling look to it, and it's got some really nice colors on it, so it looks pretty cool. We are also getting an attack pack Rampharinkus, so we're getting another pterosaur to the collection. It looks really cool, although the teeth are a little more, putty-like, but it still looks pretty cool to me. And we're getting a new Stygimoloch figure. I believe that is for the dual attack. I cannot quite remember though, but it's essentially the same default color of Stiggy in the movie, but it's another Stygimoloch figure. Next is another Herrerasaurus, and I believe this one's supposed to be the red coloration, similar to the Telltale game, because in the default version we got with, well, we technically have had two versions come out, a green version, which is the newest one, and a more beige and orange color that came out originally. This version will look red and like a darker red, similar to that of the Herrerasaurus from the Telltale game, and that's what it's going to look like. Next is a red Monolithosaurus, which is the attack pack variant. So, because originally you could only get the green variant with the T-Rex set from Walmart, which I really do want that T-Rex. So now we're getting a red version for the attack pack line. Next is a Protoceratops, a new Protoceratops. The original was a green and yellow. This one's more of a purple, I believe purple and yellow. I can't quite remember it though, but essentially you see it right here. So a new Protoceratops. And this other one for Dino Rivals is another variant of the Colossal Tyrannosaurus. Essentially same dinosaur, same figure, except it's a Dino Rivals figure, so really no difference other than the packaging. Next is What really cool, and similar to how the Dimetrodon is, it is a dual attack, or sorry, yeah, dual attack Consavinator. So it looks really cool. It's got a green and red coloration, and it looks really cool. You know, it's got this fin on the back, and it's also one of the dinosaurs that was seen taxidermied in the Lockwood Manor, similar to how the Dimetrodon looked. And although it doesn't have the same look as the one in the Lockwood Manor, it still looks pretty cool. And I'm really excited they added this relatively kind of mediocre unknown dinosaur to the collection. And that's what I really like about the Jurassic World line, is that, like, with the past, you know, Jurassic World and Jurassic Park 3, they never really added any new dinosaurs. They only added the prominent ones from the movies. And with this new Mattel line, they're adding so many dinosaurs. You got the classics, and you got new dinosaurs. You got Plesiosaurus. We've never had Plesiosaurus before, except for a little minifigure in the first series or first movies line. You know, we got Rhamphorhynchus and Topoguaris making a comeback from, you know, the original line. You know, all that, and it's really cool to me that we're getting new species to look at. You know, even Minmi as a figure. So, moving on. The Super Stompin', I believe it's called the Super Stompin' / T-Rex. I can't quite be sure, but this is the figure right here, and essentially another T-Rex figure. And then we are getting a new Dino Rivals version of Claire with the little Stegosaurus, and Owen with the baby blue figure. And essentially they're the same figures, just repackaged. So next is a dual attack Nasutoceratops. So pretty cool. It's kind of same look of a Stegoceratops, except, you know, it doesn't have the Stegosaurus look to it. I really wish we could have gone a Stegoceratops figure with Mattel. That sounds really awesome. Imagine, you know, the same kind of size as Roarvor or as the Attack Packs figures. Imagine a Stegoceratops like that. I mean, you won't have to do too much. You can keep the Stegosaurus body, but you might have to buff it up a little bit, and then give it the Stegoceratops head. That just sounds really cool to me. I actually really like the design of the Stegoceratops. I think it was a really cool concept of a dinosaur, because of course you want to introduce your hybrid carnivore. You're going to have a hybrid herbivore to go along with it. So that was an idea I always really liked. I always liked the toys of them. So next is a Mega Dual Attack Amargasaurus, which we've seen at the, I believe, New York Toy Fair, and it's just in silhouette. It's a pretty big figure. I mean, it's going to stand about that tall. It's a pretty big figure. But we have not gotten any images of it yet. And along with that is the Colossal Brachiosaurus, which will be hitting in 2019. It is known as Colossal, and this figure is going to be enormous. I've talked about it before, and it's in silhouette, so it's we don't have any good pictures of it, but it's going to be massive. Our second Brachiosaurus figure ever. You know, I got the first one right here. It's the Jurassic Park 3 like mini Brachiosaurus. But essentially, this figure is going to stand at least that tall. It is going to be huge. So I cannot wait to see that figure. Next is a Mega Dual Attack Quetzalcoatl. So this is going to be a big figure as well. And it's really cool. We've gotten nearly every one of the pterosaurs that have come out in the previous lines, or previous movie lines, as well as new ones like Rhamphorhynchus. So, you know, Topoguara and now Quetzalcoatl is going to be really, really cool, and I cannot wait to see that figure. Next is one that got me so hyped. It is the large battle damage Albertosaurus, and at least that's how it's marked down as. It might not be that, but that's what it's marked down as. The large battle damaged Albertosaurus. Now, Albertosaurus has never had a toy appearance, and it's really cool to get a second, at least, Tyrannosaur, especially. We never really had any other Tyrannosaurs have their own toys, and Albertosaurus has been a prominent one in the expanded lore. It was in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, and it was in Trespasser, although it was kind of deemed as a younger Tyrannosaurus, so there was that whole thing, but still Albertosaurus is a perfect candidate for a toy, and at least we're getting more variations of dinosaurs, you know, carnivore especially, Consavinator, Suchomimus, Baryonyx, Spinosaurus, you know, get the T-Rex. Really hope they do a Utah Raptor figure down the line. I want a Utah Raptor so bad. But anyway. But yeah, Albertosaurus, and it has the same kind of color scheme as the Hasbro Bashers and Biters Allosaurus, you know, that yellow with the pink on the back. I hate to refer to that figure at all, but yeah, it has that similar paint style. It's got the two little arms. It's got a really decent looking sculpt. It's got these scales going down the tail that are similar to that of a leopard gecko. So, if you ever seen a leopard gecko, you know that they have these little fleshy osteoderms down the tail. So this figure looks really cool, and I cannot wait to see more images of it. So anyway, moving on. I already showed you that. And now we don't have pictures for some of these I'm about to tell you about. But yeah, we're getting the extra large Indominus Rex. I forget, it has a name that's been rumored. So the Indominus Rex is going to be coming soon. So, and the reason why we haven't gotten it yet is more than likely they want to sell everything they can of the Indoraptor while hype for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is still fresh. You know, get all the Indoraptor toys out as much as you can, and then when that kind of dies down, put out the dinosaur from the first Jurassic World movie, the Indominus Rex, and sell the crap out of that one. So, I really wish they would make like a real feel version with like a textured color changing ability, because you know, like some of those old toys where if you touch it or you put it in hot water or something like that, it changes color. The skin will, you know, morph into something else. I think that'd be a really cool thing to do, rather than the what were those called? Pillow Pet glow light thing they had going with the first what even was it called? Bad Boy Indominus Rex, where it turned yellow and red and blue and purple. That was just dumb. Anyway, we are getting a new Indoraptor figure, so we don't really know what it's going to look like yet, but we are getting it. And then we are also getting some minifigure sets. There's some concept art going around of a I believe a swamp set, a magma set, or so volcano set, and as well a innovation center set. So those are things that you can put your little minifigures in. So that sounds pretty cool. Essentially, two other unnamed toys that we don't really know about too much yet. And I believe these are action figures, so we don't know. I believe one of them might be a Parasaurolophus figure, which we already know is going to come out next year. We are getting a Parasaurolophus. We have not seen the image yet of the toy, but we have seen it from the Mattel toy app, that it's one of the dinosaurs in there. So yeah, we will be seeing a Parasaurolophus toy next year. We are also getting dual, I think they are dual attack sets, but they are essentially Alan Grant with the female, Alan Grant with the female raptor from Jurassic Park 3, and has an egg in it and the satchel and everything, although he has the same outfit he had in Jurassic Park, so essentially it's that. And then we're also getting Robert Muldoon with the big one, or you know, I believe that'd be the big one, the one that comes in and kills him. So essentially that kind of color scheme for Velociraptor. So two new raptors, Alan Grant and then Muldoon. That's really it for toys. We are getting, let me point this out, we are getting a new repaint of the baby T-Rex figure. So that has popped up in the Mattel app as well. It's more of a yellowish green color, I believe. So there's that. And then we are getting a repaint of the, I believe it's like the posable T-Rex. I forget what it's called. But essentially that, but green. And it's kind of disappointing they didn't reshape the head to look more like the bull. But it's basically a green repaint of that T-Rex as the bull. So that's about it. And that's it for toys, y'all. So Jurassic Chat number whatever is done. I cannot remember what Jurassic Chat this is. So it's because it's been so long, I need to get back into them. But it's kind of hard now because I'm working 10-hour shifts almost 6 days a week. You know, if I get Sundays off anymore, so it's gonna be more restricted on videos. So anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Hope y'all enjoy this video, because I know y'all been wanting me to get a hold of the toy talks for a while, and I do want to cover other toys in the coming days. I might just chop down quick info for the Jurassic Park toys and put into a toy talk, and do a quick rundown really fast like this. but as well talk about the Marvel Legends figures, because we got really cool Marvel Legends. I gotta say this, the one I'm looking forward to most that they have just talked about is a new Beast figure. We are getting Beast finally, and I cannot wait for that figure, because I actually, and in the Toy Talk as well, I was going to talk to y'all and show y'all some new toys that I got, because I just got well, I got some cars at a yard sale. I don't collect Hot Toys, but I just thought it was funny to get some. I've also got the Toy Biz Beast from back in the day, you know, and I also got this guy real quick. Yeah, I got this guy, this Toy Biz theme figure from the 2004 movie, and can't really pull that out right now, but really quickly I'll show y'all, and I'll have to do more videos of this in the future, because of course y'all know I collect masks. I have my Iron Man mask right here. I got Spider-Man, I got Venom, and I have I have Captain America, 2 Captain America masks, my Darth Vader mask, and now I have an Optimus Prime mask that I got from a yard sale. I gotta find my Venom mask wherever it's at. Hopefully it's right here. Where is it? Right here? Can't really see it. No, I can't see it. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Hope y'all enjoy this Jurassic chat, and let's hit the 2,200 subscriber mark.